One of the most important things when addressing a live-action Ninja Turtles concept is the designs of what the fuck the characters are going to look like. You want to be able to pay homage to the classic rubber suits made by the Jim Henson Company of the original Ninja Turtles movies. These did a very good job of translating the two-dimensional cartoon designs of the turtles into a three-dimensional image that we can kind of grasp. The problem, of course, with these is they are suits. They are limited in what they can do, and so sorry to practical effects lovers, my Ninja Turtles would not be rocking full-fledged animatronic suits. It would be a bit of a hybrid, but the faces are going to be all CGI. And then on top of that, you also want to avoid this goddamn dumpster fire of design in terms of what they shot for was almost a realistic hybridization of turtle and human, which is absolutely the wrong way to go. These guys' faces this is nightmare fuel. However, this is a problem that was actually figured out and fixed in the sequel to this movie, albeit with the enemies. Bebop and Rocksteady look spectacular in this movie because they did the correct thing when doing anthropomorphic animal sort of designs. You say fuck it to any part of like human hybridization. You just anthropomorphize an animal. That is just an animal's fucking head on a humanoid body. That is just a goddamn rhino, albeit with human eyes, but on a human body. This here is more of the correct way to go. However, once again, that leads us back to the issue of what do the turtles look like, because I think straight up just a turtle's head on a human body would also be a bad design. And so they, unfortunately, are like the only animals through this whole series that you have to walk that razor's edge of design with. But luckily, there is a solution, and his name is Raf Grassetti. He's a character designer who very notably worked on God of War and God of War Ragnarok, and these are his renders of what he thinks turtles should look like, and I wholeheartedly fucking agree. Look at these guys. The shells and breastplates look spectacular. The musculature on these guys is great. And the faces, this is it. These are just better sort of lifelike looking versions of those rubber masks. These are a beautiful 3D rendition of what the 2D designs should look like. This is the way I'd go with it. I understand they don't have nose slits. We're just gonna fucking ignore it. Now, I do also personally believe that these guys are maybe just a little bit too beefy. So just tone the muscles down a bit, although Raph still will be objectively the biggest and buffest of all of them, because that's his entire deal. So if I got to make a Ninja Turtles show, this is what I would desperately fight for. This is what we would get. I'll do this as a mix of practical suits that the actors would actually wear, and then CGI touch-up on all of the details like the skin and the gesticulation and all that stuff, and then fully render heads around the characters. Obviously, motion cap the faces and all that stuff, so the performance still comes across like this, very much with the Andy Serkis Planet of the Apes style face capture. And of course, I'm not going to leave you guys high and dry. What would Master Splinter look like? And for that, I'm honestly personally torn. I don't know whether or not I want him to be a humanoid gray rat or completely taking it from the 2012 animated series, this spectacular design. I don't know if this is too cartoony and this would be just ridiculous to look at as like a fully realized 3D render, like photorealistic. So I'm hesitant to definitively say this is what I would want Splinter to look like, but come the fuck on! Look at this! This guy looks like the head of a ninja cult to me. This dude looks like he would have run a fuck ton of ninja assassins way back in the day. This dude's dope as fucking shit. So I don't know. Would you guys prefer a photorealistic gray rat humanoid, or would you prefer these exaggerated designs on top of it with this sort of design? Let me fucking know.